Don't do this right here.
Yeah, and
don't
you know
be on the internet doing Kamala Harris like that.
Yeah,
I don't care what issue you got with black women. Your mama's a black woman. How about that?
Okay, it's about the issues we have with black women now. Okay, so all the men that are critical of this situation have issues with black women. Come on, man. This is so basic. Like, this is what you say when you're in an argument with somebody and you don't have anything to say. This is an insult to people's intelligence. So it appears comedian Rickey Smiley has decided to diss Faucette Media and other content creators that are critical of Kamala Harris's history. Well, you know what that means. Yeah. No. I'm just kidding. Man, this is a shame because I'm a fan of comedy. As you know, anybody that follows this channel, I love Rickey Smiley's work, man. Like, Rickey Smiley's a very funny dude. I used to enjoy the radio show, stand-up comedy, you know, all the jokes. My name, Lil Daryl. All that stuff. So to hear that Rickey Smiley had something to say, there's certain things you hear in a reaction, even if you're not sending them to me, I'm going to go ahead and personalize them for you. You know what I'm saying? So let's take a listen to what Rickey had to say.
So are you excited about Tim Walz? I already know the answer to that question.
Always.
What excites you the most about him?
I'm waiting to hear this, Rickey.
Just that he's just a regular, like, he remind you of your high school principal. He remind you of your high school football coach, and he was a football coach that led his team to a national, not national, but to a state championship. And he is just awesome. He's for the people. He stand up for women's rights, and he's a popular governor in the great state of Minnesota, which Trump won in 2016. That state was picked off by Joe Biden, and I think we'll definitely get his state and the state of Pennsylvania as well. Either one of those governors would have been a great choice for Kamala Harris. I'm just sick of the black people on the internet talking about I'm not with her. Okay, so if you're not with her, that means you with Trump. And y'all need to block every last one of their asses on Facebook and on Instagram and social media and stop. Like, that's just garbage.
Whoa, Rickey. So you make that jump, you jump to those conclusions. Okay, I see how you're working here. Because basically, he's talking about the guys on the internet. Okay.
Y'all need to block every last one of their asses on Facebook and on Instagram and social media and stop. Like, that's just garbage.
Yeah.
It's just garbage.
Notice how he specifically pointed out the internet, social media, you know. He's talking to us. He's talking about us. That's not even the most disturbing part of this. He basically named nothing about Tim Walz that he liked. Let's be honest. That he's like a football coach. There's a bunch of other guys I could name off the top of my hand that are like a football coach. But should they be running for vice president? Huh? They're for women. I know a lot of men that are for women. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't make this up.
Garbage.
Can
Everybody
we be
got to
united
find,
on anything?
Yeah. Can't agree on a damn bucket of chicken. One person want a hot dog.
I always complain.
Black folks get on my damn nerves, man. Why everybody making all these celebrities making all these videos going off on Kamala?
We're talking about the celebrities too. So black folks, he's already snapping on black folks. And I'm going to tell you, this is a playbook out of Roland Martin's book. You ever hear Roland Martin have a disagreement with someone? Immediately he's going to attack them and call them stupid idiot, you stupid fools. You know, he's going to get into that bag. So Rickey is following suit, it seems. The legacy media has a problem.
Kamala Harris and stuff, and then the black men, Kamala Harris didn't prosecute you and treated you bad in court.
You don't know that. You don't know that. You don't know what Kamala Harris did. You don't know who lived in California while the time Kamala Harris was there and what impact she had on a lot of black men's lives that are having issues with her being the presumptive heir apparent nominee without having to go through a primary.
Court, I got treated bad in court too.
Oh, so you should understand.
I'm with her because a vote for her. If you sit at home and you don't support her, you are definitely supporting Donald Trump. You can vote for who you want to, but don't be trying to encourage other people and sit up there and put bad stuff. Where's that same energy for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
People are always critical of Donald Trump. Have you not been listening? This is the thing. Like, We're not allowed to have independent thought as black people. We're not allowed to come to our own conclusions if it goes against the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, how about this? We don't vote until November. And until Kamala comes up with something that compels me to vote for her, I won't be voting for her. Let's just say that. There are some issues here. There's a lot of issues that Rickey seems to overlook.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just like, don't
And
vote for him. It is what it is.
They're not even doing, y'all not even out here doing real research to look at her record. If you do the research or whatever, stop believing everything you read and do real research, you can see what her record is. You can see what she have done. I think you can Google what have Kamala Harris done for the black community or things that black people benefit from.
What research is he doing? If he did the slightest bit of research, I don't see how you could full-throatedly endorse here on your show, brother. I'm just saying, do your research before you start criticizing people, because I'm pretty sure some of the people, not all the people obviously, but some of the people might be more knowledgeable in this subject than you are. And they might have a reason for why they are so anti Kamala Harris.
We need to stand with her.
Yes.
We need to stand with her. She's great.
Absolutely.
She will make a great president. And what a blessing to be living in a time where a black woman can become president of the United States of America. In our time, we get a black man and a black woman become president. That's unheard of.
Come on.
Okay, so that's your motivation for voting for her, because you want a black man and a black woman in office. How did that work out for us the last time? Now, I'm going to be honest here. Like, I really lost some sleep over Obama going out of office and not addressing the issues of the black community. A black president came into the White House and did not specifically address inequality in the black community, did not address reparations or any type of issue that could repair the black community, and then decided to just waltz on out, and we supposed to be like, yeah, let's do it again. Identity politics gets us right there every time. And for some reason, people like Rickey Smiley and this old guard that is insistent on just, yes, please, let's vote for Kamala. They're not understanding this. They don't have a reason to vote for Kamala. In fact, they probably have more reasons not to vote for her if they really paid attention. Just go back 4 years when she was running against Joe Biden. See, this is the problem. They think this is an overnight thing that people are in opposition to her. No, people have been researching her the whole time. Now, see, when she decided she had ambitions to be president, people started looking in deeper into her past and trying to figure out where she was really moored. And unfortunately, there isn't a lot of evidence to say that she's moored in helping the black community. And she hasn't said anything otherwise.
Stop it.
I'm going to just go ahead and teach today, I guess.
Be on
Stop
the right
it, black
side of
people.
history. Be
Yeah.
on
Stop
the
it.
right side of history.
That's so, it's just the Amber Rose and everybody got all these videos and stuff and talking about Kamala Harris talking out of both sides of her. How would you?
Okay. That right there, let's hear that one more time.
Everybody got all these videos and stuff and talking about Kamala Harris talking out of both sides of her. How would you say something so disrespectful? Even if you felt that way, I wouldn't dare make a video or say nothing like that to the vice president of the United States of America.
Who said Kamala Harris was talking out of both sides of her neck? I wonder.
Said as DA, her policy was only to pursue a third strike if the crime was serious or violent. And yet she remained proud that the felony conviction rate rose during her tenure.
When we're talking about serious and violent crime, lock them up.
And isn't that what we notice about her? A lot of the things she says, she's talking out of both sides of her neck. She want to be a reformer, but she wants to be tough on crime. Which one is it? Rickey Smiley over here listening to Faucette Media. Let's give it up for us. For at least getting some viewership, you know what I mean? When YouTube allows. But that's interesting. I say things like this after doing a series of 4 or 5 videos about Kamala Harris, and that's what you took away from it. That's what you took away from it. That this is not critical thinking. This is not any way of trying to put together a logical argument for why you should vote for Kamala Harris. So far, I haven't heard anything that relates to policy. I haven't heard anything that relates to even that she's going to pay you on the side or something. Like, there's no reason you're giving black people in particular to vote for it, but the rest of America in general.
That's trying to stand up and that's going to possibly pick 2 United States Supreme Court justices or whatever to try to keep the laws in place that Thurgood Marshall and all of the people that have paved the way and try to redo and get back into some of this settled law,
historical figures.
Women's rights to choose, your voting rights, and Brown versus the Board of Education. Do your homework, black people.
Hold up. Let me just tell you something right here.
What homework have you done? See, this is what annoys me, is that we have to argue against this emotionality instead of actually having the logical conversation. Convince us why we shouldn't be critical of Kamala Harris, not telling us what to do. That's what we get a lot of times. And unfortunately, we get it from a lot of women on top of that. We got a lot of women in our ear telling us what to do, but where has that gotten us? A lot of women were saying vote for Biden, if I'm not mistaken. But are you better off? Are you better off for having Biden, who had to drop out of the campaign, who probably might end up having to leave the presidency early because of his mental state?
That could be very historic, and Kay pointed this out to me. If Kamala Harris is elected, she would be sworn in.
She could be sworn
on
in
MLK Day
by the first black Supreme Court,
and possibly by Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Yeah.
Does
Stop
that
it.
not give you chills?
Come on
Stop
now.
it.
Does not.
Absolutely not. What kind of symbolism is that? I don't care who's swearing her in, and it probably won't be Ketanji Brown Jackson. I don't know how they select, but I think it's the Chief Justice that gets to do the swearing in, if I'm not mistaken. So what are you all talking about? Talking about telling other people to do their research, and you don't even know who's swearing in the president. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what we're talking about.
Does that not send
Maria,
just make your whole body vibrate?
Maria,
Oh my
I can go
gosh.
deeper than that. You got a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated reading in a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated into the...
So this got him excited because he's also part of the Greek. Shout out to the Greek letter organizations, the Divine Nine, you know what I'm saying? No problem, because a lot of y'all understand where I'm coming from here. But this is more symbolism here. You understand? You're voting for her because she is an AKA. And if that's what it is, just say that. You know what I mean? But don't try to make other people vote for her because she is.
The damn White House. What's wrong with y'all?
Come on,
on
man.
MLK holiday.
But y'all
Baby,
mad because she ain't
y'all.
talking about reparations.
Who was a
Man,
member?
y'all don't
Who was a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated?
Come on now.
Come on now.
Game
Oh my God,
Game
that just
changer.
gave me chills. That gave me
Rocky.
chills.
changer,
Rocky.
dog.
Game.
Man,
Talk about game.
y'all better come
Go
get
to
me off
sports
this
'cause
radio
you better
today.
come get him.
You can keep going. You want to keep
Today.
going, dog? You want to keep
Today.
going?
Oh, they ain't gonna be mad at you today, Rick.
Hey,
I
man.
don't care. Well, stop the music. Stop the music. Stop the music.
Go, dog.
Stop the
Go.
music.
Go.
I don't care about who get mad. I know I'm right.
Exactly.
I know I'm right. Y'all need to
How? How do you know you're right? How do you know you're right?
stop. Do y'all realize Medgar Evers died for voting rights? All these people that have risked their life from slavery up and
And this is the other thing. I'm going to need y'all to stop putting this falsehood out here. Democratic Party, I'm looking at you. They died for your right to vote. No, these folks were killed for your right to vote. Let's make that clarification. Seems like y'all seem to miss that every time you bring it up.
to the civil rights movement, just where we can have an opportunity to do what we do, to do what we can do. We ain't seen nothing like this since Barack Obama was running for president in 2008. We need to stop.
The great John Lewis.
Right. John Lewis and Ralph Abernathy.
Abernathy.
All of these people that have paved the way for us. We are the new civil rights leaders. We got to get behind people like Ben Crump and Kamala Harris and all these people.
Wait, you're saying Martin Luther King was talking to the president at the time. So you're saying now Kamala Harris is part of the civil rights movement and Rickey Smiley is part of the civil rights movement? All right, you may well be. I don't know what you do outside of your radio and your stand-up performances, but to put yourself in that position, this is part of the problem. We don't have our best minds on this political issue. A lot of our best minds are not the ones that are speaking right now. We getting Charlemagne the God and Rickey Smiley, and I don't want to bring up anybody else to catch it straight, but you know who else. We're getting people who are not serious about their politics, even some of the people on the news channels. So we're getting information from the people that a lot of our, if you want to reference the civil rights movement, a lot of our people told us not to listen to. I mean, you're welcome and entitled to your opinion, but you're just leading people down the wrong path. And you need to take the emotionalism out of it. Shoot, you're asking about Donald Trump. Donald Trump, for all intents and purposes, he understands how to negotiate. And if we don't come to him with some type of something to negotiate with, some type of power to negotiate with, then that's on us. And unfortunately, we have a lot of people that do have the microphone or the voice not using their power in a way that would benefit the group. The fact that Kamala Harris gets to waltz in there and be just black, like what sense does that make? Are you all negotiating with Kamala Harris on what she's going to do? Because last time I checked, all she had was a fundraising banner up on her page and no policy. The one policy she did talk about, she actually stole from Donald Trump. So I don't know. You're talking about Donald Trump, who had 4 years in office, and we kind of know exactly what he did in those 4 years, and we know what to expect for his next 4 years. Kamala Harris been sitting in the VP chair, and we don't know what's going on. But you're gung-ho about Kamala. Okay.
Out here that's doing like Roland Martin and all of these people that's out here, and Joy Reid. If you want to be educated, if you really want to know the truth,
I think we've heard enough from both of them right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we need to hear any more from Roland Martin or Joy Reid on these topics. We obviously know where their loyalties lie, and I don't think we're getting we're not getting a real idea of where we should be making decisions. You know what I mean? Like, we're not getting a real unbiased opinion about these topics because these people are so in the bag. So much so, didn't Roland get in trouble for having contact with the Hillary Clinton campaign? Like, come on, man. It's not that hard.
NBC and watch Joy Reid, and she gonna give you. If you really want to know the truth, all you got to do is turn to MSNBC and watch Joy Reid.
This man said, all you got to do is watch MSNBC, and he's trying to tell us something about what we should be doing in politics? Are you crazy? Have you watched MSNBC? All you got to do is watch the news. I would say the same thing about Fox News. Why are you going to sit there and get all your information from one source? This is ridiculous we even have to have this conversation, Rickey. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Read and she gonna give you a whole history lesson every night on MSNBC, and then after that, Rachel Maddow. All you do is just watch.
And it's not
Rickey.
opinion, it's facts.
Rickey. Oh, man. Shout out to this guy. I don't know who this is. I guess his co-host, but he just egging him on, man. It just gets worse and worse.
And it's not opinion, it's facts.
Don't do this right here.
Yeah, and
don't
you know
be on the internet doing Kamala Harris like that.
Yeah,
I don't care what issue you got with black women. Your mama's a black woman. How about that?
Okay, it's about the issues we have with black women now. Okay, so all the men that are critical of this situation have issues with black women. Come on, man. This is so basic. Like, this is what you say when you're in an argument with somebody and you don't have anything to say. Like, this is an insult to people's intelligence.
And let's start there. I don't care what, and I'm talking to the men right here. Your mother is a black woman. Don't forget that. Don't forget that your sister is a black woman. And as a black man, I stand proudly with Kamala Harris this morning with tears in my eyes. It means so much to me. Do you know the lady picked up the phone and called?
Yeah, don't forget the tears, man. You got to put some tears on it, I guess.
It means so much to me. Do you know the lady picked up the phone and called me when my son died?
All right, well, that's a personal relationship right there. I get that then. Just say that this is my friend or somebody that picks up the phone and calls me and thinks about me and wants to say good words to me and uplift me in a way. Instead of criticizing people who have a differing thought. You know what I'm saying?
How about that? How about how personal her and Joe Biden has been? How about Joe Biden wrote me a letter naming my grandkids and naming my son's name in a personal handwritten letter? How kind.
You're a celebrity. That's why. Oh, maybe you don't understand. Maybe you don't know.
How thoughtful, how genuine, they're just genuine and sincere.
And you know why? They want it to be nice when they come through your radio station and ask for an interview. That's why they're buttering you up. I'm sorry, Ricky. This is very basic stuff. I just want to talk this out with you because it sounds like you really are caught up on this and you probably shouldn't be out there. You got too much dip on your chip right now. These are politicians. Of course they want to keep in contact with you with a major platform and a TV show. Are you crazy? Do you hear yourself?
I love people like that. And anybody, the person that got killed at the Trump rally, who do you think called that man's wife to offer his condolences?
Donald Trump?
Joe Biden did. Joe Biden did. Trump didn't call him, and he took a bullet at a Trump rally.
Yes, that has been determined to be false, that Donald Trump did actually reach out to him. But Donald Trump was also injured. Like how are you going? Oh my gosh, I don't know, man. It's just they're just looking for anything now.
These are kind, loving people. If you look at their policy, you'll know what's going on. We need to stop, black people. Stop it. Stop attacking Kamala Harris. Stop it with.
I know we need to stop. We need to stop telling people what to do. And allow people to come to their own conclusions. Notice I'm not telling anybody what to do here. I'm not telling anybody who to vote for or anything. I'm just bringing forth what I've seen here. And since the media has decided to, make this Cinderella story of Kamala and that she has done no wrong the whole time she's been in public life, I just think it's our responsibility to tell the truth about it. To tell the other side that is being withheld right now. Because it's all favorable news right now. And, she's up in the polls. This is, yeah.
The self-hatred. Even if you don't agree with everything she do, what do you think she can do as the vice president? She ain't not in control of the Congress and the Senate. If you know how government works. Come on. We got an opportunity here of a lifetime. We'll be dead and gone. But we can say our generation, because we're not going to live ever, that we voted a black man and a black woman to become president of the United States. That's history. This is what Dr. King died.
I'm not even going to go into the conspiracy theory. I'm going to even leave you the argument that a lot of people have about blackness and about what these two people really are. Like, why is it every time that we get somebody in that position, they have to be of mixed parentage? Of non-ADOS or FBA lineage. Have you talked about that, Ricky, with your radio listening audience?
For. This is what Medgar Evers died for. This is what Rosa Parks went to jail for. All of the sacrifices that black people had to make. Your grandmother's cleaning up white people's house and cleaning and scrubbing floors and doing all of this stuff. All these black people made all these sacrifices for us. Well, we can have this opportunity, and then you get a woman, now you want to question her race and question her ability and all this stuff. Why? Why are we doing this? Why are we like this? What is wrong? And I'm sitting here, I should be voting for Trump with the tax bracket that I'm in, but if I...
Oh, now he's telling the truth. Now he's telling the truth.
Have to pay more taxes in order to do what's right, just where somebody else can have food in their mouth and do the right thing or whatever. I want to be on the right side of history.
Wait, is Biden or Kamala putting food in anybody's mouth? I have not heard that at all. So, likewise, like this is what I'm saying. It's this extremism. It's this boogeymanism. You got to make somebody the worst thing ever. You got to diminish them to a level so that then you can go along and say that they are to justify your choices. It's crazy, man. And influence others.
And I mean this. I'm not. I just been holding my peace. I ain't been saying nothing. But man, some of these videos are disturbing, and these memes are disturbing. What we as a people doing to each other. We need to stop. We need to stop. And I'm done. We're going to have her on the show. We're going to support her on this show. We're going to support her.
After all that, the truth comes out. Give it up for him. He's rolling out the red carpet for his guests. Okay, I see what it is. Man, oh man, I tell you. They be selling us down the river every chance they get. Wow. And just to come out and admit it like that. I mean, I get it.
And I cannot wait, if God let me live, to see a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated swear in a member of Alpha.
You probably
Kappa
won't.
Alpha. Man, as being in the Greek family myself. Man, listen. Come on, y'all. Come on.
You preaching
Kamala
this morning,
Harris.
Ricky.
I'm sorry, Maria.
We with you, dog,
No,
and we
don't be.
with her.
We needed
sorry.
that.
Come on, dog.
We needed that. and they needed that.
That put tears in my eyes. And I'm not just saying that, man. I've been out here on the trail, the civil rights movement, since '79 when Bonita Carter got killed, shot in the back by a white police officer. I've been
That's
a lifetime member of the NAACP and the SELCI. I'm on regular text messages and calls with civil rights leaders all over the country. I've been involved. I do comedy and crack jokes on stage, but you don't know what I do behind the scenes. I was behind the scenes when Barack Obama ran. I was behind the scenes in the Bill Clinton campaign, in the Al Gore campaign, in the Joe Biden campaign. My whole life, even when I wasn't even old enough to vote. When I wasn't old enough to vote, I was still behind the scenes working just where I can leave something to my kids and the generation after that, doing my part, using my platform that I built to try to do what's right. And not make this thing about me, but make this thing about the rights of the next generation.
Okay, so there we have it. Rickey Smiley, radio host, comedian, and critic of online commenters. Look, this is simple, man. You got a choice to make. Don't let these people come in here and try to tell you what you have to do or what you should do. Do your own independent research. And what Rickey's talking about, just going to Google, that ain't enough. Sure, it's a great place to start, but start talking to some people that actually know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Start reaching out to people who have a background in maybe political science or, Unfortunately, celebrities, entertainers, we got to stop listening to them. They're leading us wrong. And I think they underestimate people's own will to do what they want to do, to make their own decisions. He led off talking about blocking people. This is the wrong way to deal with it, because why are you going to block somebody before you even really give them a reason why you're doing what you're doing? Before you give them a reason to vote for Kamala. See, that's the thing. The smart thing here in this rant / venting session for him would have been to actually bring up the policies that Kamala Harris is going to provide for people out here. I mean, it's just me. But unfortunately, he couldn't. Somebody's already been president, and then somebody who is just making speeches. You see what I'm saying? We've already been burned once with hope and change. Well, we've been burned twice, I guess, with hope and change. Some of us once, some of us twice. Hope and change. Very good concepts. What do they materialize to? Is there anything tangible there? That's the question that needs to be answered for Rickey Smiley and everyone else in the United States. But anyway, let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. Make sure you sign up for the newsletter so you can stay up to date on all things Faucette Media. This is Faucette Media.